Well, there's the happy hunter. Although I don't think she's real happy this morning. It's a little early. First time Jordan has ever gone deer hunting. She's still dealing with a little bit of concussion symptoms. So we're just gonna mainly road hunt. We're gonna hike in just a little bit, but this is the last day of her muzzleloader tag. Now she can hunt the rifle season here in a couple of weeks when it opens. So, but we're gonna get up here and see if we can find a couple bucks for her, at least one, see if we can make it happen. Get the bigger camera out, guys, but not sure you'll still see it. But we've got 4 does feeding on the other side of this bowl. Jordan can only shoot a buck, so far no bucks. I'll get this bigger camera out. Even with the zoom on it, I'm not sure you'll see them. They're probably 500-600 yards away. Well, everybody, Jordan and I are hiking out. She is a trooper. We hiked back into this spot that you guys have seen on a lot of my videos, a place where we've killed a lot of deer. We busted 4 does on the way up in there, but we got to the last little knoll we wanted to sit on, kind of belly crawled up there, and we were positioned where we wanted to be. Earlier in the hike, we had 2 dogs walk by within about 15 yards of us. They never saw us. One looked like a hound of some sort, the other just like a mutt. And they were barking and yapping, and they dropped down into this bowl that we hunt a lot. So we thought, well, good, we're working our way up, so hopefully they don't mess us up. So anyway, we get up to the top there. Oh, probably 5 o'clock. Gets dark at 6:40 right now. And we're sitting there glassing the little bowl. They like to glass. And all of a sudden we hear those dogs wailing down to our right. And they come through the maples and bust 3 bucks and blow them out of there. And those bucks bounded from where they jumped them all the way to the other end of the bowl. It never stopped. They never stopped. Well, the spike stopped for just a moment, but Jordan hadn't caught up to me yet, so she didn't see it stop. So she never had an opportunity for a shot. Anyway, that's how it goes. I've never had dogs up here before. It's the first time that's happened. But then after that, those dogs worked their way back out of the bowl, and we thought, well, let's go ahead and stay up here until dark. And we just had 2, looked like young kids, 2 kids on motorcycles ride right up through there. I mean, right at the optimum time, you know, half an hour before sundown. So there's no sense hanging out up there. They're riding motorcycles up there. So we're hiking down. I tried to hike super slow today with Jordan. She's still dealing with some concussion stuff. And we went really slow, and I mean, literally about every 20 yards I'd ask her how she was doing. She said she was doing okay. So, but she did just tell me her head's a little worse now than when we came up. So I don't want to make it any worse than it already is. So we're just going to easily make our way down. There's still enough shooting light. If we busted something on the way out, I'd still let her take a shot, depending upon the distance. But maybe the last time she hunts. It's Sunday of opening weekend. But I know we're not hunting next Saturday. We have a million things going on. And I can't remember, what do we have Sunday of next week? Anything after church? Anyway, we might get out one more time. Might get out Friday. She's got state volleyball Wednesday, Thursday. She's not playing in it because of her concussion, but she's going to go down and support the team. So anyway, thanks for coming along, guys. Absolutely beautiful night. I mean, just the colors up here are gorgeous. You can see them around me. Sunset was amazing. And we saw 11 deer, including 3 bucks. So it was a good day. If those dogs hadn't busted those bucks, I'm confident they would have got up and fed out in that bowl like they always do. Like we played it perfect, and we were positioned at just the right spot. She would have had anywhere from a 135 to about 185 yard shot, and you know, laying prone with a bag to put underneath her gun, I have 100% confidence in that. So anyway, you guys can probably maybe still hear the motorcycles. They're starting to come down now. In fact, I see them across the valley. So they just decided to ride it, you know, perfect shooting lot, and now they're done for the day. See you the next time we go out. Well, guys, I'm with Jordan on the last day of her hunt. We've got a buck. He's probably 600 yards out, and he's probably 200 yards into private, so we can't hunt him. Unfortunately, he's feeding away from us, not to us. We got about 3 hours, maybe not even that, 2.5 till the sun goes down. Today's the last day, so we're gonna work our way up. I was really hoping this guy would turn. We bumped a doe and 2 yearlings, and they went up this ridge where they always go. I was kind of hoping that buck would fall in behind him, but he's not. He's too far away. I'm gonna watch him just for a couple more minutes, and if he doesn't make a turn, we're gonna head up. Just found a shed, guys. This place is the Spike Shed Haven. This is 3 years in a row I found a spike shed while we've been deer hunting up here. Thanks so much, everybody, for tagging along on Jordan's deer hunt. I don't like to film in the daytime with this window behind me. I know it's bleeding me out, but I just don't have the time. I've got another event at the church tonight. I'm behind on a million things, so we got to get this done this morning. But we did end up seeing more bucks. Jordan had a buck in her scope on the last day of the hunt. I thought I was filming it. My GoPro battery had died, and I didn't realize it. When I first saw the buck, it was about 180 yards out, feeding broadside, but she couldn't find it in the scope. We were facing into the sun, so it took her a while to find it, and there was no wind. It was super calm, so they heard us kind of rustling around and shuffling around even though we were on our knees. So they got a little skittish and started walking away. By the time she found it, and by the time it would stop again and present a broadside shot, it was about 220 away. I had told her I'd let her shoot out to 250 if she had a good rest and if it was broadside, and that was the situation. She was laying prone on her stomach. She had my backpack to lay her rifle on, you know, a nice solid rest. He was broadside, he stopped, but she just simply jerked it. I could see it when she shot. She flinched. So she missed, and you know, then they bounded off over the bowl, and we lost him. But it was cool for her to get an opportunity to get a shot. It was cool that she saw bucks on the hunt. We ended up seeing 7 bucks. Now, I think, well, I know we saw 2 of the 3 bucks from our previous encounter again. So we didn't see 7 different bucks. We ended up seeing, what, that'd be 5 different bucks. But 7 encounters with bucks altogether. So that's the end of our big game tags for the year. That's all we had. I had my elk tag. Jordan had her deer tag. Caleb had his elk tag. Caleb harvested. Jordan and I did not. So it was pretty light on the harvesting this year. But thanks so much for coming along. And, you know, in January, when we can put in for tags, we'll put in and we'll see what happens next year. I do hope to hunt some grouse a little bit more before the end of the year, and I hope to hunt some cottontails as well. We're going to take a break from our tour of the Bible for the Minute on the Mountain today due to current events. I want to talk a little bit about Israel. I know this may be offensive. I'm not intentionally trying to offend anyone. But Psalm 122 verse 6 tells us to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. It says, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure. May there be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. Now look, guys, I'm not oblivious. I'm not saying that Israel is perfect. In fact, the majority of Israel's population doesn't recognize Jesus as the Messiah. But there is clearly a good guy and a bad guy in this fight. I'm not going to be politically correct about it. If you can't see the pure evil that Hamas represents, you've become so blinded by your perspective and your bias. I don't know what to tell you. And again, I know that may be offensive, and I'm sorry for being offensive, but I'm not sorry for speaking the truth. We need to be praying for the peace of Jerusalem. We're told to pray for Jerusalem's peace. You know, the Bible says that through Abraham, all the nations on the earth would be blessed. That's because it was through Abraham's seed the Messiah would come. So as followers of Christ, we need to be praying for Israel. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't pray for the people in Gaza too. You should. Pray for those innocent civilians that are stuck in Gaza that can't get out, that want to get out, but Hamas is using them for human shields. Pray for their protection. Pray for their safety. Pray for the Christians in both Israel and in Palestine. Pray that they would have opportunities to share the gospel during this conflict. Pray that God would use it to draw people to himself. So that's Psalm 122:6. Again, I know that may lose me some subscribers. If that's the case, so be it. Sure appreciate all the support you guys give me. Hopefully we can get back out on the mountain soon. I've got some gear reviews coming up, a flashlight, trail camera, and then a mount for a solar panel. So look forward to that. Thanks, guys. God bless you, and we'll see you the next time we're out on the mountain.